Hello intelligent life forms and also humans. This is The Black Hole, a new show where even 15 minutes seems like an entire week and where we understand the gravity of the situation.
Welcome back to the first episode of The Black Hole for the year 2119. We are very excited to return and look forward to giving news stories a voice, even in vacuum. So let's recap everything that happened this week.
In national news, a man is in paralytic shock after having extremely cold samosa. Officials claim that fridge wasi wasn't such a great idea after all.
One of this New Year's biggest news was right here in India, where the ruling party and the opposition party came together after decades of legislation and discussions to legalize the use of medical marijuana for the purpose of relieving arthritic pain. So to say, there is joint support for joint support for joint support.
News from the city. Major cities last week saw the rise of a cult society which initially started off as a support group for pyromaniacs in denial. That's correct, pyromaniacs in denial. Sources inform that Billy Joel's "We Didn't Start the Fire" is the cult's official theme song.
Now heading over to some sports news this week. What do we have? We have women's cricket wins World Cup, India wins Kabaddi, hockey gold in the Olympics, women's team wins rugby championship. Do you have anything interesting?
Yes, I do, Ritviq. So, Indians men's cricket under-17 Team A won against Team B in a practice 5-over match on a normal training day.
Nice, that is news.
And also, one of the players who was in the Indians men's cricket team was seen jogging yesterday morning somewhere around Worli.
Awesome.
And now something for the jazz fans out there.
Yes, of course. For the jazz fans out there, a band leader who claimed to have the tallest piano player was caught this week, as the said piano player was found out to be only 5'8". So basically nothing new, just a story about a guy lying about the size of his pianist.
Plus, a new BuzzFeed article revealed this month that the average jazz musician thinks about sex every 7 seconds.
In other news, patient who was unaware of her color blindness finally treated, and she says, "I never knew I had color vision deficiency. It was completely out of the yellow."
Also, a man was told by the doctors that he had lost a lot of blood, following which he was immediately fired as the manager of the blood bank.
Now moving on to our Agony Aunt segment, where viewers write to us via Facebook's postal service for our resident Agony Aunt to provide her suggestions.
This week, Sonia writes to us from Delhi. "Dear Agony Aunt, I am writing to you because I am in a major emotional crisis of my life. My robot won't reply to my texts. What should I do? I really think this robot was the one. Please help me."
Well, dear Sonia, have you tried turning him on and off again? Or else start relying on humans, like engineers, so that they can fix your robot. But do not abandon hope. Try talking to him, and if it doesn't work, it's time to ask, has your relationship become too mechanical?
News reports show that a UFO was seen in India. People missed it because they were busy looking at the girl smoking next to the footpath.
Well, in some good news, we have good news for residents of Bandra. Government offices will now accept bright red shorts, tight V-neck t-shirts and an undercut as an alternative to your residence proof.
Also, we have come such a long way in technological innovation that even the Railway Ministry finally installed Wi-Fi on trains, because why should people be the only ones hanging while on a train?
In national news, India finally goes to international court over the conflict with the English over the Kohinoor diamond. As of today, various reports show that from a legal standpoint, India's chances at winning this are bleak, almost impossible.
Like, wow, where are Vijay Mallya's lawyers when you really need them?
Also, in his address for the new year, our nation's Prime Minister urges us to recycle as much as our daily soaps do.
And now in international news, a new Stranger Things movie is out this week. Sadly, it's being sued for its entire concept of upside down. Sued specifically by Australia, bats, people doing handstands that kiss from the century-old OG Spider-Man movie, and Mahindra Scorpios in Rohit Shetty films.
Well, this year marks the 7th time in 150 years that Pluto was reassigned to its position as a planet after being considered to be a dwarf planet. It's almost as if Pluto is the V-neck t-shirt of planets. Like, you never know when they're back in or out again.
Also, after the 10th death anniversary of genius, billionaire and philanthropist Elon Musk, his kids have decided to release a new perfume in his memory. They are calling it Elon's Musk.
Right. Now moving on to the classified section of the digital newspaper, that is this show.
Wanted. Wanted. Serial killers on the loose disguising themselves as Teletubbies from a century ago. Wanted. Wanted, a social media app that doesn't copy the one thing Snapchat has. Wanted uncles who don't make adult jokes at the first opportunity they get.
Well, now moving on to not wanted. Not wanted, ilaichi in biryani, kadi patta in poha, and pineapple in pizza. Not wanted panwalas who don't know directions. Not wanted people who still wear Avicii bands even months after the concert. We get it, you party hard, and also that you haven't partied for months now.
Also, spine surgeons enjoyed their New Year holidays last week as they now get back to work and get back to work.
As we are all heading into this new year, it's worthwhile to see the resolutions that different corporations have made. And if after 10 days into the new year, they have stuck by it.
Resolution. Reality TV shows promise not to give the winner's trophy to the person with the most emotional backstory and video footage. Nope, they did it just thrice already.
Resolution. Shiv Vada Pav's resolution is to limit its branches to a maximum of 2 outside every station on the Western Line. Nope. From personal experience, I know that there are 3 already at Grant Road and 4 at Kandivali.
Resolution. Resolution Amul will finally start an institute for the humorously challenged. Yup, better late than never.
Resolution. Snapchat this year to try and have less filters, while Kardashians are going to try having at least one. Nope. The Kardashians came together last week to decide on a baby name, and rest is history.
Resolution. NASA's New Year resolution is to successfully deploy Uber rovers on Mars this year. Nope, they cancelled the project because taxi wale airport pe marenge.
Resolution. Patanjali will open their first ever ashram on Mars for the aliens, of the aliens, and by the aliens. Yep. They're already calling the campaign Alienasan against alienation. In international news, the FBI released a 320-page document explaining their elaborate yet classified plan on how this week they finally banned the Pirate Bay and closed all its servers.
Wow, after all these years, I wonder what this means for indie movies and elite game companies and... Nope, just checked. It's back on.
What?
Yup, servers are working and 14 proxies have come up already. Although in other international news, just after 100 years of lifting the ban on having 2 children, China, for some reason, now bans foreplay.
And Egypt, upset about overly sexy portrayal of Cleopatra in a new music video, bans Coldplay.
And in Bollywood this week, Ram Gopal Varma Jr. bans screenplay. Speaking of screenplays not existing, today marks Salman Bhai's 1-year anniversary.
Oh wow.
Yes, love you Bhai, stay safe. As in people in the city stay safe, because Bhai has plans to go out tonight. To be fair, it is rare to see Bollywood stars around Mumbai anymore. And to talk about this shift of Indians from Bollywood to Hollywood, let's move on to our top story for this week, which is quite literally the talk of the tinsel town. As you might have heard, our very own Bollywood, as we know it, is now heading towards extinction. What started out as a trend back in the 21st centuries has now, 100 years later, led to this. Back then, it was mostly about actors moving to Hollywood for better opportunities and whatnot. But as the years progressed, Indian filmmakers, writers, technicians, music directors, cooks, and even spot boys have moved to Hollywood. Although major corporations with stakes in leading studios in the US are calling it a merger, that's hardly what it is. So today we have with us Kapoor Khan, who hails from a family of hardcore Bollywood fans who have been a witness of this sad transition. He's the head of NNMD, also known as Nautanki Na Milegi Dobara.
That's right.
The NNMD group, for the past 80 years, have been trying to educate Indian people about the importance and this transition of Desi entertainment. Welcome, Mr. Kapoor Khan.
Hello. Keep rolling.
So we are rolling, you can speak.
No, it's like, keep rolling is an official chant. You know how we say Jai Hind, Jai Maharashtra to show our respect towards our nation and our state? Similarly, at NNMD, we say keep rolling because it reminds us of our goal.
Which is?
Bollywood must keep rolling. People say things like Bollywood is on its deathbed. No, not on my watch.
That's mighty ambitious, Mr. Kapoor Khan. Considering that Sir Ranveer Singh's grandson moved to the Beverly Hills last weekend, it is rumored that his acting and dance skills were just like his grandfather. Great loss for Bollywood, don't you think?
First off, please just call me KK. It sounds more filmy, don't you think? And also about Ranveer Singh Jr., NNMD wishes him well, of course. See, let me make one thing clear. We're not against better employment opportunities. There is no doubt about the fact that actors, filmmakers, writers, and even technicians that have moved to the States will prosper. However, there is the khel, a game that all these people are being sucked into.
So you're saying that there's more to this than meets the eye?
Yes, definitely. If you consider the 21st century alone, in 2020, Bollywood started achieving a new high. I mean, it's almost like every film had started making sense. They were all making blockbusters. However, around 2050, in the search for more diversity in their film fraternity, Hollywood started uprooting Bollywood stars. First by offering them meaningful films. But because some stars were unprofessional, Hollywood had to import the directors as well, who were used to the tantrums thrown by these stars.
Right.
And that's how the pattern began.
Right. So they basically pulled off a dosti ko rishtedari mein badal diya.
Exactly. Indian producers absolutely loved this deal because now they did not have to spend so much money on expensive foreign locations because they were already there. In fact, they also moved their offices there. The only people left here now are us, who believe that we can still save Bollywood.
That's quite astounding, KK. Also, last month you took a trip to a local village to conduct a workshop on Nautanki. How did that go?
A blockbuster success. The crowd's reaction was very good. Overreaction, just the way I like it. We had children as well as adults with us there. Nautanki is Bollywood. Bollywood is Nautanki. I mean, if you want the younger generation to start caring about something, you need to tell them where it comes from. We also had a screening of Dabangg 7, specially for them after the workshop. Salman sir's era was Bollywood. My grandfather, my pappy, used to hang out at outside Galaxy Apartments, outside Salman Khan's house, all the time. Sadly, you know, of course, like before Tsunami Katrina wiped it out.
Right. So, KK, maybe you could tell us a little more about this khel that you think that Hollywood is allegedly playing.
Yes, of course. See, our ancestors have told us that बड़े-बड़े देशों में छोटी-छोटी बातें होती रहती हैं. But this is not a छोटी बात. A lot is going on the inside in that बड़ा देश. So I decided to go all Byomkesh on this case. And what I discovered? It's a lot more shocking than I could have expected.
Like if it is, then we need to know. Then the nation needs to know.
So the reason why the transition happened is a cliche. It's so overdone. It's like giving a lifetime achievement award to Gulzar Saab at every award function. I mean, it's money.
A cliche.
It's money.
It's money.
It's money.
It's money. It's money? How is it money?
Like I said, by mid 21st century, Bollywood had taken over the world, which is also because of the population explosion in India.
Right.
So Indians started moving to US, UK, China, Antarctica, wherever they could go. But by the end of the 21st century, Indians became a majority in the US. Bigwigs and studios of Hollywood had 100 years worth of research with them. And so when Hollywood as an industry started failing, the Bollywood fraternity was called upon in the name of diversity to restart the inflow of money in the States.
This is crazy. Like, we must say, KK, like, so basically they're using our diversity to divide and rule.
Yes, very much so. And it's not the first time that this is happening with Indians, trust me.
But wasn't this kind of precedented? Like over the couple of decades, Bollywood has been doing the same thing over and over and over and over again. The audiences are bored. Like I'm bored, everyone's bored. So I can understand that the actors and filmmakers might want to change as well.
Yes, you've got that right. I mean, even for someone who's hardcore fan of Nautanki like me, even I wouldn't want the same kind of Nautanki again and again, like all the time. But then we abandoned it completely, and that's when things spiraled downwards. Even when filmmakers tried to present a newer kind of cinematic experience, we audiences didn't give a chance to them. By putting them under the umbrella of it's Bollywood, it's all the same. That's not fair.
And subsequently, such films stopped getting made on account of the economic risk that they would entail because no one would see them.
Exactly. And studios reverted back to making the films that most of the audience didn't mind. Sometimes even a senseless, scriptless comedy is all you need to make your day better after a hard day of work or on your weekend off with the family. These films were their hard day of work, which is what brings us to where we are now.
Fair point. So come on, what is the silver lining here for us Bollywood lovers? Like, what should we be looking forward to in like a situation like this?
Look, like I said, we are not against employment opportunities. Right. Okay. We want our stars to receive international recognition. They deserve it.
They deserve it.
I mean, we just don't want to end up ignoring our own roots. People from over 100 years ago, Mr. Amitabh Bachchan, Govinda, Fardeen Khan. Okay, maybe not Fardeen Khan. We shouldn't put him on that list. But my point is that all these people have raised Bollywood like their own child. And now that it's aged perfectly, It's time for us to be there for Bollywood, like how children are expected to be there for their parents in their old age.
Like Bagban 3.
Exactly.
What you just said, KK, is very moving. So your message to all of us and the Bollywood fraternity out there is that there's no harm in working abroad, but one must know where home is and one must come back because
ये वो बंधन है जो कभी टूट नहीं सकता ta 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 ra ra. And that reminds me, there is a screening of Swades, special screening of Swades at NNMD. This is an invitation for everyone who is listening. Please do attend the screening, spread the word. We need to save Bollywood now because it's not just about this country's entertainment anymore. It's slowly becoming about nationalism.
Okay. This was truly inspiring. This not the nationalism bit. This was truly inspiring. All of us here at TBH are rooting for you to be honored with the Lifetime Achievement Award at the 162nd Filmfare Awards next year.
Thank you.
So that was Kapoor Khan for all you folks. The information has come our way today is really important. Yes, we agree that Bollywood has had its highs and lows these 2 centuries, but now Bollywood is dying. We're abandoning it. But we hear you. Have you seen the kind of movies that are made? Who wants to watch them? Well, divide 200 crores with the mean price of a ticket. That's how many people want to watch them.
To which you'll say, but maybe because that's what we're given to watch. We have no option. We need better cinema. We need cinema with well-written scripts, less item songs, and more sensibilities and meaning.
True, we do, but such movies do come once in a while. Well-written movies that have a great story arc with absolutely no pointless shirt-removing scenes. And when such movies come along, we'll have to make an effort to actually appreciate it, to go for it, and watch it in a theater instead of downloading it off the internet. Because otherwise, how do you expect such movies to recover costs? How else do you expect people to get incentivized to make more of these movies? Because every time we pirate a movie that we really like, the kind of movies that are made for us as a target audience, the less of such movies will be made.
And if we as an audience don't appreciate it, of course, the cast and crew are going to move over to some place where they get more appreciation.
And don't say Bollywood studios and producers are only in it for the money. Like it's a bad thing. It's like saying, oh man, Raj got that job, I bet he's in it for the money. Like, yeah, no shit.
Look, everyone is moving away for better employment, better education, better lifestyle, even better Chinese food. But better cinema could be that one exception in years to come if we as an audience merely appreciate whatever kind of movies it is that you like.
And because if there's one thing we know, it's that Bollywood producers will keep on doing whatever it is that they feel is appreciated. So might as well make that thing a more sensible, less meaningless, professionally written, well-produced piece of original cinematic art.
With Bollywood Nautanki, Swad Anusar.
And that's our show. Stay tuned after this and keep watching the web streaming channel And Chill, a better and much cheaper alternative to Netflix, especially when you don't give a shit about quality.
Next up on our cookery show, Cooking Bad with Chef Ali Khan, you will learn how to cook lobster rabdi and bhindi waffles.
Thank you. Thanks so much for watching.
Bye-bye.